Well, Coach, the seating capacity is 65,000 at Ford Field, and we are right around that number today. A good crowd on hand and seemingly ready to go in the Motor City. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Green Bay Packers and the Detroit Lions. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Check out 11 feet, 180.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first.
How about that scramble by Andrew Luck? Sometimes we forget just how big, strong, and yes, fast Andrew Luck is. When he came out of college at the Combine, shocked everyone, ran a sub-4 840.
And he grew up a big soccer guy over in Europe, so he knows how to use his feet.
That he does, and I think it has helped his legs along the way as well.
And with the play clock at 3, we'll get a signal and a timeout on the whistle. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Check out 1-2-7. Let's go one more. You. Check out.
They'll run for the first time with Johnson. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
11 feet.
On 2nd and 9, Luck. That's to his running back, Kerryon Johnson. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. He felt the pressure coming there. That was a good job of just making something out of nothing, so to speak.
Yeah, took the hit and still made the play. You know, when we talk about runners, all right, and on running plays, runs after contact, we call that getting dirty yards, tough, gritty ones. To me, that's like the version of a dirty pass. He knows he's going to get smacked, yet still delivers the football and picks up good yardage.
And they're left looking at 3rd and 8 after the second down pass play only went for 2.
Check 52. Check 43. Tight dog.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
Switch. He's coming. We got double up. 44's the mic. Check. 3 buzz.
Out of the gun, Luck. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at the 20. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. Jones breaking from the contact. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Hey, switch gears, switch gears. Switch. Watch twist. We are going.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
Second and 12 at the 33-yard line.
No. 319. Go. 26. Pick it up. 51 to
On 2nd and 12, Rodgers. This will be caught by Brown. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
That's how we do.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
319.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. It's a gain of 4, and it gets him the first.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Rodgers now on 1st down. Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Well, from their point of view, this game could not be starting out much better, could it? Force a punt on defense, and now they're moving it crisply on offense.
Crisply, I like that. Yeah, moving it very, very well. Looks like the defense on their heels a little bit. You put a score in here, long way to go, but you're right, that's a heck of a start.
Yeah, and I think this is where the play caller is looking at his play sheet and saying, to have that dagger play, to have that play and just finish them off right now, because I think they'd love to gain that big advantage early.
Now the Auburn product, Corey Grant. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. It leaves them with 3rd and just a yard. They will run with Grant. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs. It gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hey, you block over here.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. They will find Davis. That's complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Here's Jones. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line.
First down, Green Bay.
Check nickel. Hey, 88. Zoom. Hey, Charlie. Here we go. 51.
On first down, Rodgers. He finds his target, John Brown. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
Quick throw caught out wide by Valdez-Scantling. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. PAT up and good by Rosas. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Rush in. Motion.
They'll run with a former Tar Heel, T.J. Logan. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. After 7-0 on EA Sports. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Watch the ship. Hey.
Strong right.
Watch the ship. Check 31.
Alert.
4-2. Get him. Stop Mike 42.
Here's Locke. Going for the deep ball. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can try to have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round.
Hey, wahoo!
Mike 28. Hey, they're scared.
Boxing. Between again.
Rodgers will try again on second down. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 30 yards there, and of course the first down as well. Rodgers now on first down. And John Brown's got it complete. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first.
Hey, 626. Hey, exit.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And that's complete to Adams. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Aaron Jones, touchdown number 15 on the year. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Well, he wasn't the guy they were initially going for, but after going through the progressions, it worked.
When you have plenty of people who can catch the football, you don't always have to go to your primary target, and sometimes that target is actually covered. Nice job coming off of that and getting it to someone who was open.
And the man out of the backfield gets in for the score. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Open man is Galladay, complete. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They run with Logan. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. Adrian Amos up to make the tackle.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
On second down, it's Logan trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
Hey, Alpha. Mike 42. Mike 42. Check. Check. Mike 42. Check the outs. Check the outs. Check the outs.
Throwing on third down, Luck. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 45-yard line.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
On first down, Logan.
Here comes the boom. I see you, boy. I see you.
We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
Mike 42, Mike 42. I'm coming after you.
Hey, Echo.
To you. I'm coming after you. Mike 42, Mike 42. Come on, baby. Let's see what you got.
Hey, check.
Mike's 4-2, Mike's 4-2. Let's go, defense. Hey, man up, D. Man up, D.
On 2nd and 9, Luck. Under pressure, and down he goes. Luck is sacked. Preston Smith able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Hey, Orbit.
42. Watch the backer. 42's a mark, 42's a mark. Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time.
3rd and long, it's Luck. And the pressure gets to him again. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Sam Martin now as he'll punt it away for the second time.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
2nd and 9 now from the 21. Working from the gun, Rodgers. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Romeo Okwara able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Rashawn Melvin. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Pick it up, guys. Pick it up.
Hey, check Mike 39. Check Mike 39.
Let him know.
11Z. Hey, check Mike 39. Check Mike 39.
All you get.
Hey, Delta.
All you get is a headache.
Hey, check Mike 39. Check Mike 39.
After the interception, it's Luck. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left. left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This one from 48 yards away. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And that will do it for this first half. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the third quarter. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
Let's keep it 50. Boom, boom. Hey, let's calm down. Hey, let's go. Calm practice. Three, Mike. Watch safety green. Watch safety green. Get up.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. And this one complete to Reed. Give him 18 on that play, and Green Bay has the first as well.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little game. Now a first down carry by Jones. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Now Jones, and able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47. On third down, here's Jones. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on third down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. They'll run on first down. It's Grant, and he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
They go back to Grant, and he'll get it down on the play to the 37. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense is getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Now they'll throw with Rodgers. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tougher, guys trying to get to the football.
And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Uchenna and Nwosu got the sack there. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. Rodgers going to throw. He's got Adams on the hookup. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A big third down conversion with a gain of 28.
319.
Let's go, Heavy. Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? What you got, Heavy?
Yeah, live.
Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. On 2nd and 12, Rodgers. And a quick throw here, that's complete. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
Number 50. Hey, you block over here. Hey, box truck. Box it.
From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers. Got a man, it's Brown. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. And Rosas puts this one through. And they will stretch the lead now to 17-3. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score.
Check Mike 39. Check Mike 39.
On 1st down, Locke. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Joshua Jackson there to knock that one away.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Hey, check Mike 39. Check Mike 39.
Hey, here I come. Here I come.
Go ahead.
Here I come.
Check. Crunch.
On 2nd and 10, Locke. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
Bravo. That's trash. Hey, check Mike 39. Check Mike 39.
Here we go.
From the gun on 3rd down, Luck. Under pressure, and down he goes. Luck is sacked.
He's the NFL sack leader coming into the game, and now that's 2 more that he's added to his total.
He wants some separation from spot 1 and 2 in that sack category. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Safety creep. 6 guys. Check 6 guys. Undercut.
Hey, check.
He's moving. He's moving, boys. He's moving. Hey, check Mike 39.
12.
Strip the ball. Strip that ball. Hey, check Mike 39. Check Mike 39.
What's the run? They're running it.
Hey, check Mike 39. Check Mike 39. Go on.
They snap it to Locke. And no, it's incomplete. Joshua Jackson there to knock that one away. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right, Nick. Got a man open. It's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay. Devontae Adams with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Rosas good with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I'll bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Locke. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit. But get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. This is Logan. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Check. He can't hang. He's not going to get me.
11.
Throwing on 2nd down. Luck under pressure, and down he goes. Luck is sacked.
Tackled back at the 41-yard line.
Check 3. 11. 12. Hey, Zoo. 44, 44. Mike, 44. Hey. Fofo's and Mike. Mike's Fofo.
Out of the gun, Love. And that is incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Here we go on fourth. Rock. A throw for Galladay is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander, and his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Hey, 88.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers.
Coming to you.
Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 25 yards that time. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory.
Go. Over.
On first down, Rodgers. It's caught here by Adams. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Davante Adams. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Check Mike 39. Check Mike 39. Here we go. Kill. Strong right. Kill. No. Off.
Second and 10, Luck again. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Joshua Jackson there to knock that one away. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
12. Hey, check Mike 39. Check. Hey. High 7. Check curls.
From the gun, here's Luck. Under pressure, and down he goes. Luck is sacked.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury.
Check 37. Check 37. 49. Check 49. Check 49. Quick that. On. Come. 11.
On fourth down, Luck. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. On first down, Jones. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Credit the tackle that time to Deshaun Hand.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D.
And they'll try the jet sweep here. I don't think anyone in the building fooled right there, as that one is going to blow up in their faces. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Rodgers going for it all. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Rodgers to throw for it on 4th. And give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. Rosas now to add the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for the... And Luck will be intercepted for a 3rd time. Kevin King with a pick. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Rodgers looking to throw. Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. So it's all over. A Green Bay victory, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for Green Bay, they keep pace for a playoff spot as they move to 7-3. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for the Lions, add another loss to the pile as they drop to 2-8 now on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.